Hello, BookTube. I have a tiny little mail haul. I've opened a number of packages off camera. I completely forgot myself. And also, it's tiny for another reason, which is that the day has kind of got away from me for a couple of different reasons. A host of different reasons, actually. I took the bean on a walk early, and it was a lot of fun. Then I took her on another walk mid-morning, and that was a lot of fun. And then at one point in the early afternoon, I just looked at her and thought, do you want to go on another walk? Let's go out and just walk all around in the woods and the fields and whatnot. Why not? Let's just do that. Let's just escape English and human thought and just go out where no one's around and just do that. So we did. We just did that. I don't regret it at all. Of course not. It took years off my life. No, I don't regret it at all, but it did eat up the day. And then I had a long, wonderful BookTube talk with Jared Henderson. That I'm assuming he's going to send me that video, and we'll post it on this channel. We don't post videos on his channel of our omnivorous roaming chats, because then I would be at risk of coming onto the radar of his squintillion subscribers. When I have enough subscribers as it is, thank you very much. So that was a nice long talk. Of course, we went long. Could have talked forever. And also, there's a bump on the even-keeled landscape of my writing life, which is why I'm not making a host of videos today. It's going to have to be tomorrow. I have a whole bunch of things I need to do. But there's a little bump that has propped up in terms of my writing life. It's just 10,000 words. It's not that. It's nothing to write home about. It's no crisis at all. It won't take any time at all to do. I just need to do it. So I'm afraid it's going to have to be the long conversation that I had with Jared Henderson and a couple of videos today, and then I'll make up for it tomorrow. I'll have to do that. Tomorrow will also be an epic event. I don't know if how many of you have seen my community tab announcement, but the signature discussion video series for the fantasy BookTube world, Chatting with Nuts, I will be a guest star of Jimmy Nuts tomorrow. It's a live stream, I believe. It's at 7:30. I'll get if I remember, I'll leave a link to his announcement. He didn't do an announcement video. He just posted it that it's going to be up on Friday. We're going to be going live on Friday. Go over to his channel, subscribe, of course, and we'll see. It'll be the first time that we've ever had a conversation. We're doing it live without a net. That should be fun. But that doesn't impinge on today. Today is just things that I need to do, and BookTube kind of has to take a back seat to some of that. So we'll just do a quick mail haul, and then we'll be done, and I'll make it up to you tomorrow. I'll make it up to you tomorrow with a barrage of videos. So we got a periodical, the TLS, the London Times Literary Supplement, and it starts off right away with a long review by Nick Lowe of Robin Lane Fox's new book, Homer and His Iliad, and also Emily Wilson's translation of the Iliad. One of those pairing of reviews that book section editors love to get if they can. Every book section editor that has any kind of a conscience is always feeling like they're not doing enough in their section. You've only got so much room, and there's so many books. So if you can somehow manage thematically to link two books, if, for instance, one publisher is coming out with a biography of Edward VII, and by random chance, another major publisher is coming out with an Edward VII biography at roughly the same time, well, then you send them both to a reviewer and say, could you do these together? The Robin Lane Fox book, Homer and His Iliad, and the Emily Wilson Iliad are a natural pairing, and so they did. Nick Lowe writes about the two of them together. This is actually the only thing in this issue that I've actually read, and it is fantastic. The review itself is fantastic. Apart from what it says about the Lane Fox book or the Emily Wilson book, it's a fantastic review on its own. Just wonderful. So I will, of course, save it. I don't know quite where I will put it. I'll probably put it in an Iliad, one of my hardcover Iliads. But that was terrific. That was a great start for the issue. I'm sure it'll all be downhill from there. I don't know what else I can expect in this issue. Anything that Oxford History of Poetry in English in 2 volumes. That's written by Marion Turner, who did a really good book on Chaucer. Anything that I might have reviewed? The Book at War by Andrew Pettigrew. I think I wrote about that. A whole bunch of the TLS often indulges itself in lower profile academic works of history or sociology that I envy them for. I've got a lot of book recommendations from here. I never see those books. David Aberbach writes about the 100th anniversary reissue of Martin Buber's I and Thou. That ought to be interesting all by itself. And then a bunch of in brief reviews. No, it looks like the thing that'll be of most direct interest to me will be the big Homer set piece at the beginning. And I've already read it, so maybe it is all downhill from there, but we'll see. And then we have just one package. We'll just do one package, and then we'll be done with videos for today. And I will be back tomorrow to just, make it up to you. We'll do a whole bunch of videos. Unless the bump proves more difficult than it seems, in which case I might still have to skimp on videos tomorrow. But okay, what have we got here? Okay, did not request this. This is early November. This is Laurel K. Hamilton. This is her new book, Slay. And the pub sheet says something that I simply cannot believe is true. The 2023 is the 30th anniversary of the first appearance of Anita Blake. Her signature character, Anita Blake. Can that be true? 30 years? Good Lord. Let's see what we have to say here. For 30 years, Laurel K. Hamilton has enthralled readers with her gritty, gripping, and seductive tales of vampire hunter Anita Blake. This fall, she celebrates the 30th anniversary of the phenomenally popular series by releasing a 30th installment. Okay, I wonder how many Laurel K. Hamilton fans are out there. Anybody watching me that's read all 29 previous books? I don't think I have. I know that I haven't. Dark forces continue to plague St. Louis in the lead-up to Anita and Jean-Claude's wedding, and Anita must do everything in her power to keep her people safe while dealing with an obstacle far more daunting than any supernatural threat, her human family. Filled with Hamilton's signature blend of pulse-pounding action, sizzling sensuality, and chilling mystery, Slay is a captivating story about the family we choose and the lengths we go to protect them. Wow, and Anita Blake in Guilty Pleasures was first published in 1993. God, that is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Okay, and since that time, Anita has evolved from a legal vampire hunter known to the supernatural world as the Executioner to a badge-carrying U.S. Marshal and the most powerful necromancer to walk the earth in 1,000 years, called in to handle the most heinous and unusual paranormal crimes. She's faced all manner of horrors and has come out on top every single time. And now she's in the throes of planning the wedding of the century to her fiancé, Vampire King of America, Jean-Claude. Okay, I don't know that I've read the last few books in the series. I don't think I have. So now I'm automatically wondering the question that I always ask with books in series: how much will the author make me pay for that? This author is a pro. And she has a huge readership. The Anita Blake books are so popular. They're so popular, in fact, that she doesn't need to do the falderall of the back cover. You already know these books, so she doesn't need to do that. Only a few authors can actually manage that. But what is she going to do for the reader like myself, who's not at fingertips familiar with her fiancé, the Vampire King of America, or the events of the last 3 or 4 books? I don't think I've read the last 3 or 4 books. Will I need to? I guess we'll find out, right? This is early November. Wow, I'm still getting over the fact that that's been 30 years. I remember the first one of these when it came out. Yeah, this is early November. All right, well, you Anita Blake fans, I know there are some out there. This book is coming out. Absolutely. I might also point out that if you are in the lower 48 here in the United States and you'd like to try your hand at reviewing a book, and maybe you are familiar with all of the Anita Blake books, so you don't need to do a catch-up that I would have to do, feel free to let me know. I am an editor at Open Letters Review, an online literary journal with some pretty good company. We punch above our weight class in terms of notice. I'd be happy to help you work up a review of this book and send it to you, of course. But anyway, that's going to have to do it. I know that's under 10 minutes, but we have the TLS and we have a book, and then I'm going to have to tootle off. You'll get plenty of Steve, because that talk with Jared is an hour long. But the rest of it, the bouncing all around, that's going to have to wait, at least until tomorrow. But hopefully then. So I'll wrap this up for now, and I hope I'll see you all then. Thank you, BookTube.